Sorry, I'm just thinking about something right now. Anyway, what's up, everybody? I just wanted to give everybody an update. I don't know. I've been giving a lot of my problems and my burdens to God and praying and prayed for a miracle, you know, for this whole probate stuff just to come to an end. So, got a lot done today. I'm proud of myself because I did it all on my own and I knew I could do it because God says I can. I got a lot done today and talked to my lawyer, and I hopefully this probate court's done. You know, got this paper signed that Sarah needed to do, got it notarized, she got her own bank account, she got her own ID now. So all things are good, like the Lord said. He told me that evening Tom and Anna died, and I forgot this message, that things were going to be okay. I'm going to be through a journey, and I know what he meant by that. A learning process, definitely. I've learned to trust myself, you know, and I should have listened to that. Anyway, I hope everyone's doing well. Yeah, I mean, that's my update. Hopefully this probate court's done with. I talked to my lawyer. He said as soon as he gets that paperwork, he can start sending out the check. So, praise God. But if I could tell anybody, urge anybody with this message, and I want to start with this, even if you are a mother and you have children that are adults, like my children are, Sarah's 18, Nate's 21, my message to you tonight, especially if you own property, a home, assets, other things like that, make sure your child, or I wouldn't call him a child, but to me, my daughter's my baby forever, but your adult son or daughter are on the deed. It's crazy that how the Lord says straight in the Bible how when a husband and wife becomes one, that's what it should be. But our government likes to get involved, and you got court fees and you got lawyers. It's all a system that's just a nightmare. I have Congressman Nancy Mace following me back, so I'm going to try to stay in contact with her a little bit. I'm hopefully I can figure out how to get to D.C. somehow within this 4 years, because I will go there for 4 days and walk the halls and hopefully meet with some people. I even want to meet with Robert Kennedy. I think that's important. I have a conversation I would like to talk to him about. But yeah, I hope everyone else is doing well. I can't believe Val Kilmer, right? He'll always be my Huckleberry. I had a crush on that man. Anyway, great actor. Kind of sad. Pray for his family. I mean, I could tell you many, many movies that Val Kilmer was in that I absolutely loved. I mean, what was your favorite movie line, you know? Top Gun was my favorite movie. Absolute favorite. So that was kind of sad. But he's been suffering from throat cancer for quite some time. And I was glad to see him in the new Top Gun movie. He wasn't in the whole movie, you know, because he does have his health problems. But he got to play a little part in the movie. And I like how they included him, because you can't have Top Gun without, you know, Val Kilmer, the Iceman. So, yeah, it was a tragedy. And it's a tragedy that so many people are suffering from cancer today. You know, Robert Kennedy, I hope he means what he says he does and goes after the FDA too, because they should be responsible. I mean, since I've left Indiana, I've become pre-diabetic and I got cholesterol problems. Never had any issues with that. My anxiety has tripled. My PTSD from all the trauma that I've went through from leaving New York to Indiana and feeling like I got abandoned, literally. But you all know that story. No need to repeat it. Yeah. All I have to say with that situation is bring it. I'm ready. You gotta prove it and I'll go to court. I haven't really been live on TikTok too much. I don't really feel like I'm not ready for TikTok yet. But when I am, I will be. And I want to make that channel grow. I had a backup account and I uploaded a video. And it went a lot of views and I accidentally deleted the account. But hopefully I have the video on my phone and I can upload it to my new account. And it's talking about mental illness a lot. And it's talking about people who suffer from mental illness, because I follow this other people who are on TikTok and I go on this other people's TikTok channels when they're live, and we talk about all kinds of stuff, and people talk about all the traumas they went through, you know. I mean, shit, everything that I've been through, people have been through 10 times worse, you know. But I'm here still standing on my 2 feet, not right this second, but the Lord literally is reminding me that, you know, I can do all things. But I'm getting through this, and there's a lot of misinformation about mental illness, especially when it comes to these holy Christians who call themselves holy. Yeah. I've watched so many videos on TikTok of people who literally think they know what it is, and they have no idea. Same thing, autism is a very good conversation and topic that I follow on TikTok, and I got a lot of support out there. So I'm gonna hopefully start taking the channel that I already have and just adding all this to it. Why not, instead of creating all these different channels? Hi, my lurkers. You haven't even hit like, huh? It's probably got some spies. Pre-recording, screen recording, whatever. Anyway. I haven't really been doing the news thing too much on my community posts. I do apologize for that. I try to share as much as I can straight from, you know, X. Surprised YouTube hasn't removed a lot of it. Let's say if I was married and my husband walked out and we were going on a date night and he wore something like that, I don't know, a little too much, but oh well. I like Kid Rock. You know, his music too. That's a good picture of him. Come on, guys, hit that like, hit that like. I don't know if you guys can hear me. I don't have my, well, I can't use my microphone clip thingy until my phone's charged anyway. I don't think I can charge it while that's plugged into the port. Man, what's up with all this Tesla stuff, right? It's really ridiculous. And it's really funny how the people who hate Trump are literally saying what's going on is okay. Let's just put it out this way. Yeah, he was kind of a genius and a hero kind of, and everyone liked it. Everyone owned Teslas, even people who hated Trump. But until he came out and supported the idea of creating Dodge and voting for Trump, people hated him. Fact. Same thing with Trump. Go watch his old videos on The View. Barbara Walters, to be exact. George Stephanopoulos. Yeah, it felt good today to get everything done. It really did. I prayed for the Lord to take this weight off me, and my prayer was answered. God is amazing, and you know, sometimes I forget to give my praise to Him, but He knows my struggles and my pain, and it's okay for me to give that all to Him. That's what He's there for. And He reminded me, for everyone who's done me wrong from my childhood and You know, all the trauma that I've been through, and everybody who has my whole life taken advantage of me, they will have to answer for that. I'm just saying, hey Mayor, good to see you. Praise Jesus, right? That this is almost over. I can't play. I got that call today. Good to see you. I've gotten so many cease and desist letters before, and never became anything of it. That's all I gotta say to that topic. I'll drop at that. But I'm ready to go to court if that's what that this person wants to do. There's so many people, Casey Anthony, you know how many people, her lawyers sending videos on TikTok? Look it up. I follow so many people on TikTok who follow crime, and they're literally getting cease and desist letters. Yeah. I think even Gypsy Rose is starting to do it. But you were actually approved of conspiring to kill your mother. But you don't want a YouTuber talking about it. It took me a good month to go through all those bank statements and clear my mind because I asked the Lord for clarity. I know sometimes the way my brain is processed doesn't work like your brain, Mayor, or other people's brains. But I prayed for clarity through all this. And he wants me to fight. Because he said, I can roar. I can fight. So I'm going to continue to do that. With everything in life. I'm doing okay. Spoke with my lawyer. Got a lot of stuff done today. Took a long time to go through the whole process of just waiting. And I get it, the court was just trying to wait till Sarah was 18. They should have told me that from the beginning. You know? It does things too. It really does, because I felt like I was talking to my new doc. I got a team of doctors that I'm seeing now, and I'll give you guys a health update. For those who didn't hear before, they said I'm pre-diabetic and cholesterol, but I'm gonna fix that. But I got other issues going on. I have to go for this special brain scan, you know, because I definitely suggested it too to my doctor. This way here we can get all the answers, you know, needed. So, yeah. Oh, stress. What, you know, and people misunderstand something about mental illness. They think it's like genetic. That's some cases it a little bit of it does, but not really. I mean, I follow so many psychiatrists on TikToks, and they go live and they allow people to come on their channels, and I've literally been welcomed. So I'm learning so much about it, and you know, a lot of mental illness comes from trauma, from people how they were raised in their childhood, people who were forced in religious cults and stuff like that. It's all a lot of trauma. And that builds up. Absolutely. So it's not all genetic. I know with my autism, it was probably genetic, and it did pass on to my children. But I'm highly functioning autism. That's right on my medical records. So for anybody who doesn't understand it, go watch some TikTok videos. And shame on anybody who goes after people who do have autism. Because I read comments all the time on a lot of people who I follow. I haven't just done Trump stuff. I am friends with so many people from different spectrums of life and spectrums of autism and mental illness. I got so much support, you know, I'm grateful for it. Oh, absolutely. Look at that. But I think the cats would tear that up. You know, with their nails. So I wouldn't do it in that kind of material. But I got an idea. Hey, the TCP show. What is going on, my friend? Great to see you. I can't do lives on the computer where I have people on with me. I can't afford it. I'm probably not going to get monetized on this channel. But if anybody wants to donate, you know, I can start throwing my Cash App, and then I could start paying for StreamYard again. I was doing that in New York, but StreamYard has gone up in a lot. Actually more than 30%. I was paying 20 and now it's like 50 bucks. Hunter Biden, after agreeing to a disciplinary board's recommendation that he be disbarred, is expected to be permanently lose his license to law in Washington, D.C. Well, good. Notice how just in the end days when the Lord says things will come to light. Notice a lot of things coming to light, like Dodge and Adam Schiff literally questioning Kash Patel. Are you gonna like basically come after me? This is the part I wanted to show you guys. Let me see if I have the volume. I finally found it. But I wanted to do like a whole dedication into Val Kilmer tonight and talk about movie lines and stuff, but I'm not on a computer, so it's kind of hard to do that with my phone. Let's see if I can get this. Hold on. I still end up shutting the phone off, or this tablet off, thinking it's the volume button.
If I send him on this mission, he might never come home. And if I don't send him, he'll never forgive me. Either way, I could lose him forever. I know. The Navy needs Maverick. The kid needs Maverick. That's why I fought for you. That's why you're still here. Thank you, Rice, for everything. One last thing. Who's the better pilot? You or me?
Iceman. Just
It's a
kidding.
nice moment. Let's not ruin it.
Good actor, man. He's gonna be missed, totally. Yeah, the tombstones. He will always be my Huckleberry. Yeah, baby. Let's see. Let me turn it down. Hold on. Oh, this is a good part. This is one of my favorite parts of the movie. And you know, he didn't win a Grammy. I mean, no offense, you know, I think that was messed up. Let's see if I can start. I don't know why there's no sound to this. Hold on.
Look like somebody just walked over your grave. What's not with you, Holiday? I beg to differ, sir. We started a game we never got to finish. Played for blood, remember? I was just fooling about. I wasn't.
I wasn't.
And this time, it's legal.
Yeah, baby. Let's see if I can turn it down real quick.
All right, Lunger. Let's do it.
It keeps going up. That's weird. Sorry, it's really loud. I don't know, there must be an issue with my tablet. Sorry about that. That's pretty loud. But that is a good part of the movie. Absolutely. Oh, shit.
Somebody just...
You look like somebody just... I think what it is my button's stuck inside the... Like, it's literally stuck. This tablet's ready to go to the garbage can, yo. Alright, I think I fixed it. Oh, look at my face. No makeup. Turn that light off. Here. Let's see. Ooh, Batman, I watched his Batman movies. I mean, I really haven't been really, like I said, posting too much. Being really, excuse me, active. If anybody doesn't want, I mean, if anybody wants to, like, say against this, what they exposed in Dodge, like, seriously, then go read it. Go to the website. It's available. Go read what they discovered. It will make you literally sick to your stomach. Yeah. You know what our founding fathers would say right now about our politicians in office from both sides? It was never meant to be a career, a paying career like it is today.
Like somebody just walked over your grave.
Everyone's posting a lot of videos of him on X. Well, I'm probably going to get out of here, guys. Like I said, I'm not on my computer. I'm on my phone. It makes it really hard. If I'm on TikTok, it might be different, but... these Tesla robots are like, what the? Kind of think about that. Kind of scary though. I don't know. Would you have one if you could afford it? I mean, you literally could train it to clean your house. No, I'm joking about that. You know, people need to have a sense of humor out there. Oh, that would, and just start all over? I know it's backwards, so I'll read it. Hey, Dodge, found another one of those empty office buildings we can get rid of. Start over the House of Congress. I gotta get, it's kind of blurry. I'm working on getting my health insurance, and my disability is gonna go probably pretty okay. I was talking a little bit about that, with my new primary, because I filed in Indiana, it's still open case. I pray for that wait to be done with, so I don't have to worry, if you guys can pray for me for that to go well. I know it could be a process. I can get denied, literally. That's why I'm going to get a lawyer to help me fight for it. So, absolutely. But it's a process that I got to go through, and I got a lot of following through to do. Excuse me. I got doctor appointments to make. And keep, sometimes having, PTSD, I wouldn't go anywhere. That's a lot of reasons why I don't go anywhere. And I think my whole life I remember just staying to myself, if that makes sense. And just, I don't know, I think that's where my son gets that from. Just don't want to go nowhere, really. I mean, but I'm getting way better on that. Absolutely, because I prayed for that. I'm going to keep praying for my PTSD. And I'm going to pray for other people who have it too. Kid Rock was playing the piano at the FDR's Grand Piano. Franklin D. Roosevelt. Pretty cool. He's doing more executive orders on tariffs. You gotta be kidding me. Alec Baldwin. Hollywood elitist Alec Baldwin warns that the U.S. is in a pre-Civil War era under Trump administration. Okay. The real answer is take out the Trump administration and look at who's caused so much division before even Trump took office. Just saying, who's had, the control of the House and the Senate for such a long time. We had Barack Obama. He did 2 terms, and look what happened with that. Like, just Obamacare was a big fuck up on his part. Just saying. He claims that the nation is experiencing a pre-Civil War culture environment fueled by deep political division. Yeah, no shit. But who caused that? According to the Baldwin history, is repeating itself, and Americans become more polarized than ever. I never really disagree. It's like he's kind of like telling on himself, but he's blaming the wrong side. And I'm not saying hate comes from both sides, but it's literally, you know, you can't deny that that there has been a fuel of people filled with so much rage and violence, and um, I think those are those good enough words right there. I mean, everyone's seeing it. I mean, I can't deny that. I mean, look what they're doing against Tesla. When was it when actually people literally didn't care who you voted for? Just in his 2 terms, and if you don't believe me, I literally would challenge people to a debate on that issue with Barack Obama, who fueled and created a lot of that. I'm not saying Republicans are innocent, because, you know, I'm really fed up with both sides. I've become more agitated just in this last couple, especially last couple weeks, since all this information with Doge comes out. And you can go to doge.gov, whatever, I don't have the link in my head right now, to read everything. It blows my mind. And that's leaving January 6th committee off right now, but hopefully, I mean, that gets handled soon. You know, people voted for this. People voted for these politicians, even from both sides, go to jail. And there is a lot of them. And if you think that people who look like they support the president, they really don't. You know, I get a lot of kickback on TikTok when I go on other people's lives, or if I join the chat. A lot of rhetoric with Thomas Massie, the congressman. And people don't understand. He thinks, oh, he's just trying to undermine. He's trying to undermine the president. He's trying to do this and that. It's not about undermining nobody. He's looking at the whole bigger picture of how much this country's into debt. And these bills are not single bills like we promised we were going to have. He fights for that stuff. He fights not adding to the debt. He fights for not creating more debt. You know, and I get a lot of kickback. I even get accused of getting called a liberal for standing up for Congressman Massie, Thomas Massie, that is. That would be a really cool live stream. Just take all but done on TikTok and do all kinds of clips from Val Kilmer. Do it like a dedication thing. I can't list off name some more movies he's in. My brain right now was thinking all that stuff I was just talking about, but go back to Val Kilmer. I want to see all the movies he was in exactly. Batman Forever, I knew that. Yep. Heat, yeah. Even though I don't like Robert De Niro. Oh, Doors, The Doors. You ever see The Doors? Real Genius. Oh man, who doesn't love that movie? I know people like, new kids would look at it today like, oh, that movie sucks, but that was the movie back then. You know, that was the shit. 1985. I mean, I even remember watching it on the TV. Wow. The Ghost in the Darkness, I remember that. Deja Vu, great movie. Denzel Washington was also in that. Felon was good. I liked it. He's been playing in a lot of good movies. At First Sight, oh, that was one of my favorite movies. If you haven't seen that, I think I can just show you here.
So what's going on here? A few days ago, we sent off Hydra, the three-headed monster, and we get back Mary Poppins in return.
Met a guy. Woo! Wayne Gretzky, look out. Be careful, honey. He's all hands.
So, spill the beans.
Nothing to spill, you know. He's a great guy. He's smart.
That's right. Listen with your whole body.
Funny.
People eat this?
Whoa! Blind.
Oh, I thought you said he was blind. He was blonde.
That too. I just got out of the shower. I have to get changed.
Promise I won't look.
Virgil? Ethan.
Ethan?
Are you blind?
Yeah.
Cool. See ya.
You think I'm cool.
You are.
I didn't like the feeling of waking up and thinking you weren't there.
If something could be done to give you sight, would you take it?
I forgot that it helped the handicap week.
He spent the first 8 years of his life having his eyes probed, pierced, poked at. He doesn't need to go through that again.
I'm sorry.
Virgil, you'll see a lot, but none of that matters if you lose sight of what you want.
Ready to get started? Yeah. What if it doesn't work?
Virgil?
We call. This can't be seen.
He's all lost in there.
Hello?
Believe me, he can see. He just doesn't understand what he sees.
I can't fill out a damn application. I have to have somebody else do it for me like I was a blind person, but I'm not blind. Is it an apple or just a picture of an apple?
Look out!
I don't belong here. I'm not meant to see.
Damn right you're blind. I'm standing right here for you, and you don't even look.
So this is what beautiful looks like.
Apple. We've got to move on to vegetables.
Why are you doing this? Why do you put up with me? Why do you try so hard?
I want this to work. I want us to work.
Good movie. That is a really good movie. It's available on Tubi for free. Anybody can go look at and watch it right now. But I might even watch it tonight. I cried. I mean, talk about like just his character that he played in his movies. When he plays in any movie, he really gives it 100%. Like I will compliment like Tom Cruise does. You know, like Denzel Washington. But absolutely, it was a tragedy. I cried. You know, it was heartbreaking. But we all knew, and he was prepared for it too, because he's been sick for a while. That was a really good movie. He's been in, look at all these movies. You tell me what kind of actor is played in all these movies. I mean, yeah, Tombstone was a really good movie. I just can't believe all these movies he's been in. Just amazing me. I can't remember them all. You remember Spartan? That was a good movie. Hi, Jasmine. All the kitties are so happy that I'm in the camper. I was sleeping in that in the house for a little bit. They're glad I'm in the camper tonight. But yeah, I'm gonna be hopefully setting this up like a bedroom for me. I want to rip out the couch since I'm keeping the camper and rip out the other room, the bed out completely. Because I want to make that an office and make this into a bedroom where I'm at. And I was looking at the bed. It would be easier to do it that way. Rip out that bed, then take all this apart. Well, I am going to call it a night. Thank you for watching, guys, and hanging out with me for a little bit. I love my lurkers. My lurkers always give me likes. But they don't like to comment, but they're my lurkers, and I love my lurkers. I really do. I got to get a hold of somebody on Facebook later tonight. I got this great idea. It's a genius idea. I love each and every one of you guys. I don't know if you can see Jasmine, but I can turn the light on for a little bit here. Turn the camera. Jasmine, you want to say anything? No? She says, just rub my belly, Mom. Don't you want your belly rub? You're sitting on my glasses, Jasmine. You'll sit on tablets, remote, cell phones, anything. When she was a kitten, she used to play with my phone on this game to catch mice. Hey, you babies. Say goodbye. Tell them goodbye. Say bye-bye. Good boy. We should get pet cameras and get your own TikTok and make some money. The camera could be on like a constant stream, and they can watch what the cat does. Right? Alright guys, I love y'all. See you guys. I do not like the light on when I don't have makeup on. Well, I got 2 invites coming in from TikTok. It is almost 10 o'clock. I'm going to go see what everyone else is doing over there. I don't think I'm personally going live on my channel, but I don't know. Sometimes, like I said, I join other people's lives. A lot of them. Different topics, different things. But yeah. And it's a shame that, TikTok literally might go down again. I don't know. Can you pray for something like that to keep remaining? The Lord, it does bring in income. So when I successfully be able to get everything, sorted out, and from storage and that, and I can't wait to get that weight off my back, because it's just a waste of money. Yeah, I wasted a little. Whew. I'm ready to fight for it in court. That's all I love you guys, and Jasmine loves you, and Mabel loves you, and I think a cat's trying to come in right now because the door is closed, so I'm going to open it and let him in. Love you all. Bye, Mayor. Bye, everybody.